thing about when making a movie that I found is that you go through such severe ups and downs. I like it. It's okay. Oh, it was all right. And that was actually one of the biggest sort of eye-openers for me, because music videos go by so quickly, you know, and they're on the air and off the air and sort of forgotten. And it's fine and it's fun and you can learn and you can tell little stories, but you're also always sort of ruled by the song, by the tempo, the pace, the tone, the energy of that song. And, you know, for me, the feature film was free.
Yeah. I like that.
You can make a scene any way you want. To me, it's complete freedom.
Yeah, we're going to follow you up. We're going to run through the whole action. To the point where you first pull back.
I guess I would say that, you know, the only sort of physical difference is just the endurance needed for a feature. You might shoot a video for 5 to 7 days, tops. With this, you know, on a 100-day shoot, you may be on a scene for the first 3-4 days or something, and then at the end of that you go, okay, wow, well that scene's done, but now I've got to live with it for the next 2 years of my life.
Let's do one that's actually fairly wide, like a 17.5 maybe.
In the beginning, I was very, very happy. I knew that I was going to be watched pretty intensely the first couple of weeks. It's a big movie. I'm a first-time director. People didn't know what it was going to be like.
Rehearsal.
We had rehearsed for 3 weeks beforehand, and what we started shooting was the exorcism scene, so we had it planned out perfectly, had the camera set up, it was lit. On the call sheet, it said we were going to be shooting an hour after call. We were shooting about 10 minutes after call. People hadn't even shown up. So the execs start showing up, producer starts showing up. We're on the 3rd and 4th shot of the day. They couldn't believe it.
Francis, you still want him to creep forward?
So we were just super, super prepared to get through that kind of stuff. You know, but there was always a little nervousness at the beginning of every new scene, I think, because there's always, it's kind of an unknown. I know what I want to do, but I also know when I walk on that set and I have 5 actors around me, they're all going to have new ideas.
He can open and shut it and go through the gate.
You always get caught off guard, I think, you know, and it's probably because you're caught off guard that you find certain scenes tough that you didn't expect to be tough and certain scenes easy that you expected to be tough. I would say one of the tougher scenes in the movie for me, and I think also for Keanu, is what we call Molly's Burgers, which is really boiled down to 2 people sitting at a counter talking. She's now starting to accept that the world isn't necessarily the way she thought it was, and he's now telling her the way it works. But it was 6 to 8 pages of some pretty thick dialogue in terms of exposition and learning of the rules of the world and the way things work.
When I was a kid, I saw things humans aren't supposed to see.
And for a movie that has hell and CG creatures and sprinklers going off and shooting and stunts and car wrecks and all this stuff, I mean, you would think 2 people sitting in a counter having a conversation would be an easy night of shooting. And it ended up being one of the more difficult things. And it was just because it's tough when when you're dealing with that much information.
Like that?
No, forward. Yes, that's it.
We shot all of Tilda's stuff at the end of our schedule. So she and Peter worked at pretty much the same time. And they really weren't around for the first 3/4 of the film. And so it was really great to have the 2 of them come in and fresh and excited, and we're all kind of tired of each other and grizzled and, you know, battle weary and all this. And they came in and just had a blast.
I think it's really important that I keep having these classical shapes, like these sort of statues, so that it's not too domestic.
And I still smile every time I watch the scene of the two of them together, because it was so much fun to shoot that. They were just so enthusiastic.
I will smite thee in his honor.
I think also, you know, in the same category, once filming had stopped, was seeing how much you can truly change a movie through editing.
Hey, partway through that line, cut to his POV.
In videos and commercials, you're dealing with such a small project that, you know, editing is somehow more about design than it is about real structure. Because, you know, there's only so many things you can do, and everything's so dictated by the song or the 30 seconds that the editing choices you make don't have quite the same impact as it is on a movie. You know, the idea of like what it does to the movie when you pull one scene out, or or add the scene back in. You know, what it does as like a ripple effect through the whole thing. That was just a fantastic learning experience for me.